You know, I feel saddened about the events that occurred during the last election, both at the presidential and the gubernatorial and state assembly elections. You are aware that P2B cleared the election in Delta State because of the obedience factor and the big tent factor. It was difficult for us to carry most of these obedience and big tent people into the subsequent elections. They were not comfortable or convinced about the candidacy of majority of the people at the lower tier of the election, that is the state election. We tried very hard. Personally, I tried very hard to convince the people. They said, Daddy, we don't know some of these people. All we know is P2B. It is sad that in Delta State, Labour Party does not have one candidate in the assembly. That was because it's like they were orphans during the state election. That commitment that we had during the presidential and national assembly election wasn't there. We couldn't convince them. So right now, we are not even present in Delta State as far as the legislature is concerned. It saddens me, but we're trying to see how we can salvage the situation. Perhaps you will know that leadership of Delta State is under managed. The former chairman has been moved to the coordinator as the coordinator of the Labour Party South-South. It's a promotion, as it were. So ideally, we should reorganize the other strata of leadership in Labour Party in Delta State, so we can give it a thrust that will enable us to begin to articulate membership and leadership that will give us the fillip toward the local government election and the future election. And it has to be based on understanding, not I must be there. No, we must choose you. And that is what we are working towards. And as far as Delta State is concerned, Labour Party will emerge very soon as the voice of the people, not necessarily the opposition, because we don't have members in the House. I think APC has about 5 members or 4 members. No, we want to be the voice of the voiceless, the father to the fatherless in Delta State. We want them to see what the government of Delta State is doing, and if they're going wrong, we want to highlight them. No, we're not going to be just making noise because we want to be in power, no. But we're going to be the watchdog of the people in Delta State. And the government better sit up. I'm saying this on this medium. The current government of Delta State better sit up, because every inch of the way we'll be watching them and understanding what they're doing with a view to letting the people know when the government is doing the wrong thing. Spend our money rightly, we'll clap for you. Spend our money the way the former governors have done, you'll be in trouble. Arising from the recent summit in Paris, we had an opportunity to showcase our leadership. We abandoned it. We abandoned it because we sent somebody to go and represent us. When it was time for Nigeria to host a section of the summit, we were asked to sent our ambassador to France. They were not ready to listen to an ambassador. They wanted to hear from the horse's mouth. They wanted to see your president. They wanted to hear from him. What do you have to offer? We are being told that it's a collegiate system. What do we call it at Chatham House? Something leadership, what is it? Some funny coinage. We needed to see the president of Nigeria lead Africa at that summit. Ruto took over the mantle, not even Ramaphosa, not even the guy in Ghana. And there we told them that Africa has come of age. We need to chart a new course. Dollar being the standard of currency conversion is being questioned by this leadership. The issue of Africa being exploited for raw materials is being discussed. Rather, we want finished goods to be sent out of Africa for consumption by the Western world. There are other issues involved as far as security is concerned, but we abandon that. I'm not even going to go as far as the incursion or the attempt by Ramaphosa and a few of them to intervene in the Ukraine-Russia war. But it's a noble attempt, no matter how spurious it may be. It was scuttled because there are interest groups. But the attempt has been made. It shows that Africa is no longer the dumping ground of ideology of the Western world or the Eastern world. We have independence of mind. We are still missing. Nigeria is missing. I can assure you, if P2B had gone to that summit, the world would know that Nigeria is there. And let me remind you, I don't know how old you are, but Nelson Mandela once said that until Africa is freed, until Nigeria is freed from the shackles of slavery and colonial mentality, Africa will remain in the doldrums. That once Nigeria is free, Africa will be redeemed. We're still waiting for that glorious day. Africa remains in the doldrum. We remain in the dog's kennel. We haven't come out yet. And we hope we'll come out very soon. And with P2B leading this country, there'll be a difference. The world will sit up. Bola Tinubu is continuing with populist policies which will not lead him anywhere, bringing strife and hardship to everybody. You know, sad that people don't see beyond that. Yes, everybody says removal of subsidy is probably something that is overdue, but you don't just do that without efforts to bring about succor to the people. You're removing the subsidy, you're not fixing the refineries, our own refineries. You're removing fuel subsidy, and Dangote has told you that he may not be able to meet the demand of the populace, and you're giving him authority and license to import fuel. Tell me, how do you begin to rationalize that? That brings me to Dangote. Perhaps I should leave that debate for another day. The man is the problem of the Nigerian economy. But let's leave that for another day. But now he's talking about merging the Forex regime. It's like there was an advert some years ago about a particular toothpaste. They had the greatest jingle ever had on radio and TV. We all loved it, and we sang into the shops hoping to buy this toothpaste, but it wasn't available. Consequently, the demand for such toothpaste died. They are struggling to come back. They're still in the market, but if it had been there when this jingle came out, they probably would have been top. You imagine the forex of this country. Where is the foreign exchange? You don't have enough. What has happened? The thing is going further up. The rate of exchange is going up. You do not do these things without succor, without palliatives, as it were. So you're just doing these things, we call it gra-gra in this country, you know, it's in Nigerian parlance. You know, Yorubas call it karimi. It's absolute nonsense, madness. You know, you don't begin to do things so that people will clap for you. And people are suffering. I saw a video of an APC stalwart virtually wailing on TV about the policies of the current government, that this is not what he fought for, nor what he voted for. All those ones who are opposing all the former policies of Buhari and wanting to support Tinubu, they are wailing now. They don't even have money to go to work. People used to pay 250 naira between Aja in Lagos to Lekki, and are paying 800 naira. How much do they earn? Am I able to increase my driver's salary fourfold? It's not possible. I don't make that kind of money. So we're sitting on a time bomb. It might come very soon. People will not be able to take it anymore, and that'll be a problem. You know what they call ferret? You know the animal called ferret? The Englishmen joke. They put ferrets into their trousers and dance and wiggle on the stage. When the ferret bites them where it should, they remove their trousers and bring out the ferret. We're getting there. When the ferret hits, we shall all dance naked in the market square.